welcome back to the channel. If you are a returning subscriber and if you're new, welcome. I'm continuing with the Advent. We're doing day 5 today, day 5. So yesterday we looked at Isaac and his descendants, which were Jacob, Esau, the twins, and we looked at the conflict between them. So today we're going to continue on, but we're going to take a closer look at Jacob. Jacob, as we read yesterday, kind of deceived his brother out of his birthright. He stole the blessing that belonged to him. And now, as the word the Lord had given to his mother Rebekah, he as the younger will be greater than his older brother Esau. He said the older will serve the younger. So he flees. He flees from his home after what he's done, and he goes to his uncle, which is his mother's brother. He goes to his uncle Laban, and after fleeing and he goes to his uncle Laban, he encounters Rachel, the uncle's daughter, and he falls in love with her. And he asks to marry her, but the uncle says, "You're going to have to work for me for a certain amount of time." And he says, "Okay, fine." So he works his fields, he works for the uncle, and when the time had come, the wedding was planned. He did not see who he was marrying until the wedding night, and he's like, "Wait a minute. I worked for Rachel. Why have you given me Leah?" And the uncle says, "It's not fair that I give you the younger daughter. The older must marry first." But that wasn't the deal. But nevertheless, the uncle persuades him to work again a certain amount of time so that he can marry Rachel. And Jacob, because he loved her so much, he did. Now he's married to both sisters, and there is a rival between the two of them. And at one point, Rachel couldn't conceive children, and there was a race to see who could make more children. But out of all those children that Jacob made between his wives and his concubines will come the 12 tribes of Israel. So after a time, Jacob decides to leave his uncle Laban's house, and he takes his wives, his concubines, children, and all his possessions. But let's read about an encounter that Jacob has on his journey. So we're going to Genesis chapter 32. We're starting at verse 26. During the night, Jacob got up and took his 2 wives, his 2 servant wives, and his 11 sons, and crossed the Jabbok River with them. After taking them to the other side, he sent over all his possessions. This left Jacob all alone in the camp, and a man came and wrestled with him until the dawn began to break. When the man saw that he would not win the match, he touched Jacob's hip and wrenched it out of its socket. Ouch. Then the man said, "Let go, for the dawn is breaking." But Jacob said, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." "What is your name?" the man asked. He replied, "Jacob." "Your name will no longer be Jacob," the man told him. "From now on, you will be called Israel, because you have fought with God and with men and have won." Wow. "Please tell me your name," Jacob said. "Why do you want to know my name?" the man replied. Then he blessed Jacob there. Jacob named the place Peniel, which means face of God, for he said, "I have seen God face to face, yet my life has been spared." The sun was rising as Jacob left Peniel, and he was limping because of the injury to his hip. I dare to say that Jacob's walk changed. Even today, the people of Israel don't eat the tendon near the hip socket because of what happened that night when the man strained the tendon of Jacob's hip. That ends at verse 32. So Jacob had an encounter with God, and Jacob's name now changes from Jacob to Israel. So on my layout today, I did one depiction that shows Jacob holding the hands of both of his wives, but above it says Jacob with an arrow pointing to both names, interchanging Jacob to Israel And on the other side, it shows an angel, both with a man's hand around the waist of the angel, indicating that Jacob wrestled with God. And it says, I will not release you until you bless me. Genesis 32:26. That is it for my day 5 Advent entry. Today was short. I'm trying to cut them down and not be long-winded, but I hope you still enjoyed it nevertheless. I enjoyed putting this together with this beautiful background paper, and let me know what you think. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed as well, and if you're new, I hope you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, selecting all. See you for day 6, everyone. Be blessed.